Welcome to Stukent Expert Sessions. The presentation will begin shortly.
Hello there, Chris Harvin. I am the principal owner of Memories on Repeat, better known as More Events and Entertainment. Okay, I'm here to share with you what I've learned about prospecting in regards to business sales. Okay, so prospecting, simply put, that is the process of identifying and contacting your potential customers in order to generate new business. All right. If you work in sales, then you know that prospecting is not easy. In fact, most sales reps, or I should say half of sales reps, admit that they find prospecting to be the most difficult part of the sales process. However, in order to keep a sales pipeline full of leads, you have to prospect, okay? And when done correctly, prospecting can be the fastest way to increase both your conversion rates and your closing rates, seal a deal. So here are my 10 tips for successfully prospecting, all right? So number one, create an ideal customer profile or prospect profile, all right? Who are your top 5 customers? Who are your most profitable customers? Also know who are your bottom 5 customers. Create profiles for each of these groups, and that will tell you a lot of information about where you want to put your energy and how you will want to approach your prospects, okay? Now, in my line of work with food and beverage, we look for businesses who offer food and alcohol to their customers. Our ideal client recognizes that in today's climate, it takes more than just food and beverage to earn customer loyalty, particularly on slower nights such as Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, when people are less likely to dine out, coupled with the endless dining options there are available. Okay, there's so many restaurants and bars that people can visit. How do you attract customers to your business? All right, that's the question that my clients have to ask themselves. Now, Memories on Repeat, we offer exceptional entertainment as a solution to enhancing the dining experience of our clients. Okay, so this is a huge help in drawing in more of their customers to come back. All right, our ideal client also values offering their customers additional incentives to dine in, and they set aside a budget to invest in these creative ways to pull in new and existing customers. One of those ways is with our live promotional events, okay? We've also learned that offering food and beverage specials on the event day helps increase foot traffic as well. So this is the information that we share with our prospective client, but it must begin with creating your ideal customer profile. Number 2, identify ways to meet your ideal prospects, okay? You should start by analyzing where you met your best customers. In most cases, your best customers are also your most profitable customers, right? So where did you meet them? Was it at a trade show? Was it at a seminar? Or maybe it was through a referral, okay? This information will help you single out your most lucrative places to hang out. Okay. Now be mindful of virtual meeting places such as LinkedIn and other online platforms, which I'll touch on more in tip number 7. Okay. Tip number 3, actively work on your call lists. Okay. You've got cold calls and you have your warm lead list, and you may even have your lost lead list, which means essentially that prospect, the communication stopped at some point and hasn't been picked up yet. You haven't picked it back up. So prioritize these lists and tackle them, in priority level. I always would say go for the low hanging fruit first. The clients who are interested, they've determined that they have a need for the type of product or service that you offer. Go for those. Okay. But you must actively work on your call list. Now, a phone call, do not underestimate the power, okay, of the phone call. Research shows that 69% of buyers accepted a call from new salespeople, and 27% of sellers admit that making phone calls to new contacts is very effective. All right. So don't rule out the phone call. At a certain point, your business may find it useful to also adopt a CRM or customer relationship management tool, such as HubSpot or Pipedrive, to help organize the phone calls, conversations you've had with these prospects, and then be able to filter out different tiers of leads. But we'll talk about CRMs in another expert session. So number fourth tip I have for you for prospecting, definitely want to get in the habit of sending personalized emails. Okay. Definitely don't think that email as a sales tool is dead. Okay. It's quite the opposite. All right. Research shows that 80% of buyers say they prefer to be contacted by sellers via email. Okay. Email can be a great tool in multiple phases of your sales cycle. It documents the important information that your prospect will need to make decisions. And in some cases, if the prospect you're speaking with is not the decision maker, it helps them to have information that they'll be sharing with the decision maker. So you want to be very clear about the value proposition, okay, that you offer through your products or services, okay, and do it through email. Now, not only is it a paper trail for your communication, you should also include all of your contact information as you are sending these emails, okay? That makes it easy for them to reach you when it comes time to make an action, okay? So once your prospect is ready to take action, they should have all of your contact information already through the email communications that you've been sending, okay? And remember to reiterate your value proposition. I want to say that once again, because again, this is information that may be shared with other members of their team. And so it's good to have that readily available, you know, because they'll have meetings and great reference for them to have, okay? Now, in my industry, I've learned the importance of including only the most important details in my email messages, as many of my clients spend the bulk of their time between the kitchen and bar areas working directly with customers, okay? And so they have limited time sitting at a computer screen. So in the moments that they do have to sit down and read my email, I want to give them only the most important information that they're going to need, okay? So that it does not get lost in translation. All right, so keep it simple. Tip number 5. I encourage you to ask for referrals. All right. Nothing is better than a happy customer, because happy customers spread the happy word. So it's no surprise that more than 90% of business to business buyers are influenced by word of mouth when making their buying decision. All right. Another form of referral to think about is this: does your existing client have more than one brick and mortar location? Okay. Inquire about that. Inquire about their other locations to see if and when there might be an opportunity to expand your relationship to add more value on a larger scale to that particular client that you already have, which costs you a lot less than pursuing a new customer. So again, going back to the low-hanging fruit, seeing how you can use the referral system to generate more business with that same client. Tip number 6, and this one is very, very important, okay? Become a know-it-all. In order to get the referrals coming in, you need to become more than a seller, all right? You need to be a trustworthy expert and a provider of solutions, all right? Research also shows that 79% of prospects want their sales reps to be trusted advisors. Upon studying your client, you will begin to recognize commonalities and a repetition of pain points faced by that ideal client, and you can easily determine solutions to them as you have seen it time and time again. Okay, so number 7, I want you to build your social media presence. All right, now if you haven't figured it out yet, social media is here to stay. All right, so the Twitters, Facebook, LinkedIn, even YouTube, these are all channels that your potential buyers visit to find information. So if you're not there, somebody else will take your place, okay? And if social media is not quite your area of expertise, I encourage you to look at hiring an expert. All right, don't want to miss out. Now, tip number 8, I would love for you to demonstrate your service in video format. Okay, this is what customers are wanting to see nowadays. There's a lot of us are visual buyers. We have to see it to believe it and to understand it. And this is hands down the most important or most trending tip for sales prospecting, and something you may not have tried yet. So showing a typical problem faced by your ideal client and how your service or product has successfully resolved that problem is golden. When it comes to earning trust and credibility, I mean, there's not a lot that ranks higher than that. Okay. And bonus points if your video includes real testimonies from real clients. It's very effective. Now, tip number 9, okay, is the follow-up. Okay, follow up. This is very important. The fruits of your labor generally do not show up on the first contact. Okay, sometimes you may hit a home run, and that's great. But in most cases, moving a lead from lukewarm to hot requires work. So this means sending follow-up emails, making multiple phone calls, sometimes to multiple members of their team, forwarding additional information and other follow-up activities such as walk-in visits and things of that nature if it's appropriate. All right. Now, timely follow-ups are reliable ways to build a relationship. I want you to understand that. And this is a way to demonstrate your determination and trustworthiness. Okay. So definitely, if you're not, in the habit of following up in a timely manner, this is something you definitely want to implement. All right, 'cause research shows that if you haven't heard back on your email in 24 hours, it's vital to follow up, as you have a 21% chance of getting a reply to your second email if the first one goes unanswered. All right, and finally, number 10, once you have closed the deal, yay, celebration time, it's actually where the real work begins. Okay, so this is a point where I highly encourage you to send a contract agreement that details how to make your new partnership a successful one. Okay, so do this before any work begins to eliminate any confusion as to who is doing what. Okay, that includes the work from your side of the deal, as well as the expectations of your client and the work that they need to contribute in order to make this a success. All right. Hopefully that helps you all out there. If you have any other questions or want to share some of your prospecting golden nuggets, I welcome you to contact me via email at info@moreventsent.com. Okay, info@moreeventsent.com. Good luck to you. Happy sales prospecting.